Alrighty, now we're going to play around with the data a little bit, have a little bit of fun, reinforce how this process is all working. Before I do that, so we're on photo log. Let me go to the photos overview kind of screen. It's now going to give you the photos in the sort order is now mirroring the way the photo log looks. Mr. Joe Scala just added this. If you go to this corner here, download as zip file your photos. A lot of the reviewers are still asking for all your photos zipped up and sent to P drive. Right here, you can do it. We're going to a place where we're going to eliminate this step from the workflow, but they've been doing this for a long time. They still like that zip file, so if there's going to be a little transition period where we might keep doing this. So if your reviewer really asks for photo log, that's where and how you can do it. Let's have a few little fun with data here, though. If you remember, I forgot to upload the data for the trailers, so I'm going to do that. In addition to that, I want to do some things to show you some stuff. So I'm going to delete elevation photos A and B. ACid does not make it easy to delete these photos. It's kind of hidden up here, but I'm going to do it anyway just to see what happens when we zap data a second time. So I'm going to delete photos A and B of the elevation, so remember that. And I'm going to go to the data itself. Let's go to the work screen. And I'm going to delete RTUs 1 and 2. So we can't see that here. Let me go to columns. There's asset tag. That's a great way to see inventory-wise what's going on this screen. So I'm going to go to RTU1 and RTU2 and check those guys. And I'm going to delete them. Am I sure? You shouldn't be sure. This is not something you would want to do, but let's say, oops. Okay, so elevations A and B and RTUs 1 and 2 are gone from this data set. So with that, let me switch to our iPad here. And I'm back in Asset Calc Go with this assessment. And let me mess with some data on this end as well. So let me go back into the main site we're building here, 9999 Washington Elementary. And on this end, I'm going to delete the cover. Click on it once and hit delete. Now I have an empty box. And let me delete one asset as well. So if I go to elevator, assets, kind of photo this at a time. I made this photo with the X's on it saying deleted elevator. So let me delete that one out of here. If you're just going to delete a single item, it's easiest to just go to the pop-up and then hit delete. Am I sure? Yes. So that's gone. So on this end, I deleted the cover photo and an elevator asset. Hit save just for kicks. We go back to the hamburger and Asset Calc Connect. And there you can see the cover photo has been deleted off the app. Let me hit upload here. There it goes. There wasn't much to do. Hit continue to do the photos. Upload complete. Okay. There's your happy screen. Clicking out of there. Now I'm going to push the data from trailer 1 and trailer 2. And if you'll remember, there were no subfolders for this back in Asset Calc. So let's see what happens. Upload. Not a whole lot of data in these. Complete. There were just 3 items. Now I'm going to trailer 2. See how this item now turned blue with a star? That's because it now has a home in Asset Calc, and the star is telling you that was a folder that was not there before. And the same thing happened here. Now everything's blue. Now you know all this data was sent to Asset Calc. And quickly shrinking that down. Let me refresh the screen here. And oh no, that's why you don't want to mess with the data as a whole once you start working in Asset Calc, because it undid all your stuff here. All this data that you scrubbed has been undone. And that's not good. So we definitely would not have wanted to re-upload the Washington Elementary. Just know that this, if you do have a real issue like this, Joe Scala can recover your data. It's not something we want him spending his time doing, but if you had disaster struck and you lost hours and hours of work, rather than just suck it up and redo it all, give myself and Joe a holler, and we'll see if we can't help you out. If this just messed up 1 or 2 line items, please just do kind of suck it up and just do it manually. But in a situation like this, I'd be like, please help. Let me go back to this. Let me just go to all facility dudes locations. Let's look at the good part of this. Now you're going to be wondering, why aren't these subfolders here? Well, because they were not subfolders of Washington Elementary. They're actually up here living outside of it. So I'm going to show you how to deal with this in a future module very soon. Just know that they're living up here outside of this structure because they weren't subfolders. They were at this same level. If you recall, going back to here, they're living at this same level within the Baltimore City Public Phase 2 portfolio. Let's start a new one here.